Hey guys, Cindy Conley-Jones here with Remax Realty. I am headed to my next listing appointment and wanted to toss out some information. I find that a lot of people that I meet have a lot of the same questions when it comes to buying and selling. More in this situation, buying. So let's say, for instance, here's one of the big questions a lot of people ask. They want to buy another house, but they own their current home and they have to sell it first. So what you would do is, if you found a home that you love and you want to make an offer and it gets accepted, you would put a contingency to sell contract on that house, which says to the seller, hey, Mr. Seller, I want to buy your home, but I first have to sell my home in order to buy your home. So I want the opportunity to buy it. And what would happen is there would be a 24 to 48 hour kickout clause in that contract that gives the seller the right to accept another offer. Even though you have it under contract, the seller could accept another offer, and they have to make notification to your agent to say, hey, we have accepted a second offer. So if you want the home, you have first dibs on it, what they call right of refusal. You have first right of refusal, and you can go ahead and proceed with purchasing that home. Even though you don't have your first home under contract or sold, you'll either have to proceed with the loan for the second home as well, or you have to release it to the second buyer. So if you have a house to sell and you cannot get a loan for a second home without selling first, I personally don't see a lot of good in putting an offer in on a house like that in that situation, unless it's a situation where I know your home's going to sell quickly. When I pretty much know a house will sell fairly quickly, I can advise you, hey, I think it's going to sell within the first week or within the first 30 days at the longest. So that's called a contingency to sell contract. And again, you can lose a home if you have a contract on it, if you cannot go ahead and proceed with buying the home without selling your first home first, your current home first. And also, if you get a contract on your home, let's say you have a contract on another person's home that you want, and you have your home up for sale. So if you get a contract on your home, then the kickout clause, the 24 to 48 hour kickout clause, then gets removed so that you don't lose it to another second offer, because then it only becomes a contingency upon a successful closing, which makes it a much better situation for you because, like I said, you don't have the kickout clause in there. And so then it tells the seller, hey, I want to buy your home. I've got this contract on my home. So now, just as soon as this contract closes, I can close on yours directly behind that. And so that's really the best scenario. If you have your house under contract, that's the best scenario for you to make an offer on something. And I just wanted you all to know you can make offers on homes without having your home sold first. But those are the circumstances that you usually make the offer under. So you take a chance. You take a chance that you're putting an offer on a home that you fall in love with. That's why I don't see a lot of sense in doing it. Because if you can't get pre-qualified to buy a second home while you own your current home, and a second buyer comes into play and makes an offer, then you have typically fallen in love with that home, and it just turns out, kind of breaks your heart if you lose that contract. So again, I don't see a lot of purpose in it. I'll do it for people all the time. And most of the time it does work out. But there are times when it does not work out. So I just wanted to give you a little tip. That's one of the questions I get asked a whole lot right there. And hope I've answered it as clearly as possible and not confused you more. If you have any questions ever, feel free to give me a call or text me, Cindy Conley-Jones at Remax Realty, and my number is 606-232-1067, and or you can message me on Facebook. I'd be happy to talk to you. Thanks a bunch for joining, and y'all have a great weekend.